Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel. This is Ino from the Eagle's Eye, Malawi. In our continued segment of historic and cultural heritage sites of Malawi, I'm back with yet another episode. This time, we are going to Chiradzulu, a place popularly known as Providence Industrial Mission, PIM. Providence Industrial Mission was an independent church in Nyasaland, present-day Malawi, which was founded by John Chilembwe, who would later lead a rebellion against the colonial rule. But today, my friends, our focus is on what still stands at present day at PIM, how significant to the heritage of this country PIM is, what happened, what is the history of this place. Stay with me, friends. We are at the Providence Industrial Mission, PIM, in Chiradzulu. Behind me, what you're looking at is the memorial tower, which has a list of names of people that were shot dead and people that were hanged in prison and some that were imprisoned and later released when John Chilembwe was confirmed dead. In 1900, Reverend John Chilembwe bought this land, 97 hectares, for £11. When he first arrived here, that was the original location where he settled and built the first church in 1900. But now in 1913 to 1914, this is the original site of the new temple that John Chilembwe built. In 1914, when he started gaining popularity, his church was popular among the natives that lived here and those that worked in farms surrounding this area. When the bell for the church went, you could hear it as far as Blantyre, away from here. And that started angering the white population who owned slaves and people working in their farms, because the people would leave the farms and come to church. And then in December, the white people told John Chilembwe that if he set his bell on fire, it would ring even louder. And he did that, not knowing he was being tricked, and the bell started to not ring as far out as it did. In 1915, Chilembwe was angry, and then he went to Mandala, he stole those guns, he galvanized his people, and they killed Jarvis Livingstone at Magomero. And the people from Magomero and people from Mandala, the white people, retaliated by coming here and demolishing the church for John Chilembwe using dynamite. And it was leveled to the ground. And that's when the hunt for John Chilembwe began.
Panali nyumba yake ya mbusa John Chilembwe. Nyumba imeneyi inali nditu nyumba ya njoera kuno bwino kuma mwambamu inali yofoledwa ndi udzu. Ne mifuti yonse imene tikuyikamba yokuza video imene inakabedwa ku Mandala ku Blantyre, mifuti yonseyo anayisunga ngati mwa nyumba imene inali apa nthawi imene iye mchaka chino cha 1915.
Now, in February, when John Chilembwe was finally killed, the government had put a decree to say no one should reopen this church at Providence Industrial Mission. So for a few years, nothing was happening here. In 1926, Dr. Daniel Malikebu, who was a medical doctor and also a reverend, came back here, and under this tree, he started to use it as a church for a number of months. Before finally, at the end of 1926, he decided to build a proper church. This is the church that he built at the end of 1926 to finally reopen PIM. Now, as Dr. Daniel Malikebu really began to settle down here and putting up structures, he put up the church that I showed you earlier, and behind me, this was the pastor's house. That was his residence as he was doing his mission here. As you can see, earlier I told you about the dynamite that demolished Chilembwe's temple. Half of the bricks used in this house were recovered from that site where the demolition happened. Fantastic, the masonry here from 1928 to now standing strong, and most of this was put together using mud, not cement. Welcome to Sanjika Rock. Sanjika Rock is just about 500 meters south of the pastor's house that we saw earlier. This is where Chilembwe used to come to meditate and pray. He used to sit in that space that you saw me sitting. This rock is named Sanjika because of the way it is formed. Sanjika is vernacular for stacking. So as you can see, this huge rock here is stacked against these two small rocks. But actually, when you see how it is, it's just this one small rock here that is supporting this whole thing. This is not touched at all. So the name Sanjika. Another story that we've been told here is that in the 60s, the first president of the Republic of Malawi, Dr. Hastings Kamuzubanda, was friends with Dr. Malikebu, and they started making plans together on how to revive this place. In case you're wondering, the Sanjika Palace in Blantyre was named after this place, just in case you didn't know. 2 years after Dr. Malikebu had settled here, he put to good use a structural design that he brought with him from America. He constructed this church. He was the one giving instructions to non-trained workforce. People had to go to Blantyre, Limbi, to bring with them the iron sheets that you're seeing on top of this roof. And this was really put together in a good 5 years, and it's so impressive. I'll take you inside and show you how it is from there. Look at this. We are inside the church. This was built in 1928. So from 1928 to 1933, they put together this church. Impressive. If you see the beams and the pillars that are holding the roof together, so strong as it ever gets.